So if you're an IT support engineer and you're using a Mac every day, let me ask you something. Are you really driving that machine, or are you just kind of along for the ride? Because today, we're going to flip that switch. We're going to turn your Mac from a standard point-and-click tool into a seriously fast command center. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, look at this. On the left, that's probably familiar, right? A total mess of overlapping windows. Your hand is constantly jumping between the keyboard and the mouse. You're clicking through menus. I mean, yeah, it gets the job done, but it's slow. Now look at the right. That is our goal. It's clean, it's organized, and everything, and I mean everything, is controlled from the keyboard. This isn't just about being faster, it's a whole new way to work.
And here's the crazy part. Most support engineers, even really good ones, are only using about 20% of what their Mac can actually do. The other 80%, that's the raw power, the stuff that separates a good engineer from a truly great one. And it's just sitting there, hidden right under the surface. So in this explainer, we are unlocking that 80%.
So here's how we're going to do it. First, we're going to master the terminal. That's the real foundation of power on macOS. Then, we'll build out a keyboard command center to wrangle our local desktop. After that, we'll dig into the awesome network forensics tools that are already built into your Mac. And to finish, we'll put it all together in a real-world incident response. You'll see how it all clicks.
Okay, let's start at the very heart of any power setup, the terminal. Seriously, don't think of this as some scary old-school thing. You need to think of it as the fastest, most direct way to manage all of your infrastructure. This is where real speed begins. So since macOS Catalina, the default shell in your terminal is ZSH, and hands down, the best way to unlock its power is with a free framework called OhmyZSH. It's this amazing open source project that just makes ZSH instantly better, with a massive library of plugins, helpers, and themes. Honestly, it's the very first thing any serious engineer should install on a new Mac. And this is where OhmyZSH becomes a total game changer. Plugins. Think of them like superpowers for your command line. The very first one you need to turn on is ZSH Auto Suggestions. You start typing a command you've used before and boom, it just appears as a faint suggestion. You hit the right arrow key and it's done. This one plugin alone will save you from hundreds of typos and wasted keystrokes every single day.
Now we're talking next level efficiency. Look at the command on the left. It's long, it's complicated, and it's so easy to screw up, especially when it's 2 a.m. and you're fighting a production outage. Now look at the after. Just beautiful. By setting up a simple SSH alias, you turn that monster command into something short, easy to remember, and totally error-proof. If you manage more than one server, this is absolutely non-negotiable.
So how does that magic work? It's all inside a file called .sh/config. You just use a few keywords. Hostname points your short alias to the real server address. Identity file tells SSH which key to use for that specific server. And proxy jump. This one is the real secret sauce. It lets you transparently hop through a Bastion server to get to a private machine, all with that one simple alias.
Okay, so connecting to remote servers is now lightning fast. Let's bring that same keyboard-first mindset to our own Mac. We're going to build what I call the cockpit, a setup where every single action, from launching an app to arranging windows, happens without your hands ever leaving the home row.
Now your Mac has Spotlight, and it's fine. It finds files. But for a pro workflow, you need something like Raycast. Think of Spotlight as just a search bar, but Raycast is a true command center. Its real power is in the extensions. You can search your Jira tickets, check GitHub pull requests, look through your clipboard history, and run your own custom scripts all from one universal hotkey. It literally replaces dozens of mouse clicks with just a few keystrokes.
The next piece of our cockpit is a free open-source app called Rectangle. It does one thing, and it does it perfectly, managing your windows with keyboard shortcuts. Instead of wasting time dragging and resizing windows, you just press a key combo to snap your terminal to the left half, your browser to the top right, and maybe your chat app to the bottom right. You can build your perfect incident response layout in like 2 seconds flat. And finally, let's just automate the boring stuff. You know, every morning you probably open the same set of apps and websites. Well, with the built-in Shortcuts app, you can build a morning setup automation. Just chain together actions to open your help desk, your Grafana dashboard, Slack, and your terminal. Then assign it a keyboard shortcut. And just like that, a 5-minute manual chore becomes a 1-second command. All right, our workspace is now a lean, mean, keyboard-driven machine. So let's go a layer deeper. Your Mac comes with this incredible suite of command line tools for diagnostics that most people never even know exist. We're about to get an X-ray view of what's really happening on your network.
So here's a situation we've all been in. You're trying to spin up a local dev server and you get that dreaded error, address already in use. Ugh, something is already squatting on port 8080. How do you find out what it is without just randomly quitting apps and hoping for the best?
The answer is 1. Beautiful command sudo lsof-i:8080. LSOF just stands for list open files, and on a system like macOS, a network connection is just another file. This command will instantly tell you the exact process ID and the name of the application that's hogging your port. No guesswork, it's direct, it's instant, and it's already on your Mac.
And LSOF is just the beginning. The real trick is knowing which tool to grab for which job. So think of this as your quick reference cheat sheet. Use NitTop to get a live, top-style view of your network traffic to see what's hogging your bandwidth. Use LSOF, like we just did, to solve those port conflicts. And when you think you have a DNS problem, DIG or NSLOOKUP will let you talk directly to the name servers from your terminal.
All right, it is time. Let's put everything we've learned together. All these tips and tricks are great, but they matter most when the pressure is on. So we're going to walk through a critical incident and see how this power setup works in the real world. This is the synthesis.
So, picture this. It's late. Your pager screams, a critical production server is spewing errors. The clock starts now.
3 seconds in. You're not looking up an IP, you're not fumbling with a password manager. You type your simple SSH alias, hit enter. You are on the server. 7 seconds in. You need logs now. You start typing log, and ZSH auto suggestions fills in the entire complex query you used last time. You hit enter. The logs are streaming.
And here's the final move. 11 seconds in. The logs are pointing to a database issue, so you need to see the graphs. You hit your Raycast hotkey, type Open Grafana, hit enter, the dashboard is instantly on your screen. No mouse. In less than 15 seconds, you've gone from a pager alert to a full stack investigation. That's the difference.
And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. You can start combining all these techniques to build your own custom power tools. For example, create a ZS alias called Incident View that opens Slack, your Sentry dashboard, and your Grafana dashboard all at the same time with one command. See, you're not just using your Mac anymore. You're programming your entire workflow for pure speed.
So I'll leave you with this one question. We've talked about the tools to master your terminal, command your workspace, and diagnose problems in seconds. So now I want you to look at your own daily routine. What's the very first, manual, repetitive, soul-crushing task that you are going to automate away?